Hi again then guys, and so we've got something a little bit different today. This would usually of course be a drag spec setup, but as I've mentioned over the past couple of days, I'm of course updating almost all of the Le Mans prototypes in order to re-release my top fastest Le Mans cars video as quickly as possible. So for today and tomorrow we're actually not doing the drag spec tunes as we would usually be doing, but instead having kind of like a couple of special projects of updating these cars to get them done as quickly as possible and get them out to you guys. So in this episode we are doing the lowest of the three Pescarolos. This is the C60 Courage Peugeot powered model. So you want your racing soft tyres. For suspension you want the rear ride height as low as possible, the front 10mm higher. For the springs we've got 17 front and rear. For compression 1, extension 3, anti-roll on 1, camber and toe neutral to get as much tyre contact to the road as possible. For the gearbox you want an auto setting of 249, then for the individual gears we've got 5.1, 3.2, 2.3, 1.8, 1475 and 1100 with a final drive of 2. For the diff, lowest initial torque, highest acceleration and lowest braking. You want your high RPM turbo of course, and as always your downforce set to a minimum. Traction control is also turned off as usual. And so although this is, as I said, the least powerful of the three Pescarolo models that are currently on the game, there's of course the C60 Courage, which is this one, there's the Judd GV5 and there's the C60 Hybrid. The C60 Hybrid is the one which most people tend to go for. Personally, it's actually my least favourite of the three. I would say that this version, the C60 Courage, is, in my opinion, the best looking of the three, mainly for the livery. But apart from that, I'd also say it's actually the best handling of the three. Partially because, of course, it has less power to deal with, but also it just handles better, quite simply, in my opinion. But again, obviously, that's just me, and I'm sure there are people who disagree with that. It is, however, the slowest of the three. Now, all three Pescarolos are very fast. The other two are around the 290 region or more. This one cruises at 273 with this tune, which makes it around 8 or 9 miles per hour-ish faster than my existing tune for it, which used to do about 264, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it is quicker, again, like all of these tunes are. As far as draft potential, very similar to some of the other cars. You've got around 5 or 6, maybe even 700 RPMs worth of slipstream potential in this particular car. So you should be able to quite easily slipstream it up to, say, 290, maybe 300, but unlikely. More like 290, 295-ish. So if you do, as always, need it to do more than that in draft, which I doubt many people will, because I don't see many people using this one as a top speed racer, although funnily enough it's actually the best handling of the three on the curve, partially because of course it's not going as fast. But if you do plan on using this as a top speed racer, you may want to extend the final drive a little bit more if you need that draft potential, because obviously with this model, although it's definitely not slow, it is significantly slower than many of the other prototypes. It's around 10 to 20 miles per hour off the pace of many of the far more powerful models, because as it is, this does have significantly less power than pretty much any of the LMPs. Well, not all of them, of course. It doesn't have less than the Toyota or the Audi R18, but most of the other tunable ones. So if you decide to use this tune, I hope you find it, of course, fun and competitive. And if you're new to the channel, or just found this fun or helpful in general, feel free to subscribe. I put out new updated tunes like this every day, new regular top speed tunes every day, and various other tunes in the week. And as always, thanks for watching.